All right, hey. I think I'm actually ready to hit the go live button. Now, we're going to have him out because um, bits and pieces of him might come to fruition. Because there's some browns and stuff that I need to get squared away on how. I might get a purple for his little balls. Rock quick lock. We'll have that on the palette just in case. I want my first. But we're going to focus primarily on a little dragon cutie. And we're going to work on some wing webbing. I don't like that color that it's there. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to use some golden brown and Caucasian skin. The salt. Do it not. Well, no. I want a darker brown. A really dark oxide brown. That's the brown I want. Yay! Do, 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 do. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. We get the paints out and we put them on the palette. We get the paints on the palette. We put the paints on the palette. Of course, Sunray, because Sunray is Sunray. And since I'm using Kiwi again, or I have Kiwi out, I really dislike these Chimera tops. Really dislike them. Oh. So let's get busy. Oh. It's oxide brown. Some of my Caucasian skin. No. Thinking about that cell shading experiment that I want to do. Might just figured out how I want to handle that skin tone. Might have. We'll see. I want your skins to be, or your webbing to be much darker. So. Just humming to myself. I don't just want to have one of those chill days and just base coat in some wing. I think I'm going to stick to that idea that I just followed. When I paint up the red dragon that I pulled out from the Dungeon Dweller set. I hope everybody's Sunday was a productive and fun one. Okay, sweetie. Go be your hyper self. Maybe I had too much mac and cheese today. Seems like a weird statement to say out loud. But I think I did. But then again, I also didn't eat lunch, so that is unwise and why you ate too much mac and cheese. Oh, that dries. I'm going to futz with the belt. We're going to use 2 browns to make a brown. Yo, dog, I heard you like browns, so I made a brown with a brown. Hope you don't mind. And then Monday stream, I need to figure out what I'm going to work on. Someone gave me a challenge, and I really want to consider the challenge. And I'm trying to figure out how to rise to the challenge for some acrylic alchemy. So we will be investigating that Monday probably. Or I'll be working on the cell shading ideas for Borderlands. Curious to see how it works out for me. Because I think I just figured out how to handle the skin tone piece using my oxide brown on Caucasian skin. do my dark shades that way. My highlight can be a yellow or a shiny skin tone or a peachy skin tone. So I might have a plan for it. We'll see. We'll see how Monday goes. We'll see how Monday goes. Lord Hoyle went live with the Key Sanity early, so I guess I will not be catching his stream tonight. At all. And that's A-okay. I'm thinking that's how it's going to be for my skin tone. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. How you doing, Fuzzbutt? How you doing? Hello? Can I help you? What you doing there, nerd? How you doing? We have a cat ear on cam. I report we have a cat ear on cam. We got a cat ear. Yes, we do. Hmm? Hmm? Can I help you? Hmm? Hmm? What you up to? What? It's not my fault you fell asleep for like an hour hard. I did sleep next to you. We had a big old nap. We had a grand old nap, didn't we? Didn't we? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's up, sweetie? How are you? Okay, we're not biting. We're still not biting. I promise we're still not biting. Okay? That's not how you get my attention. Is there something you want me to go turn on? Huh? Is there something you want me to go turn on? Hmm? Yes, hello. Oh, good kitty. Who's good kitty? Can I convince you to get out of my way? Can I make you a trade deal? Apparently not. Okay. Is there some way I can convince you to become a lap kitty and sit in my lap? Okay. 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 I'm glad I could be a part of your way of getting down. Where's it at? She has figured out that the red dot has turned back itself on. So I have some amount of time to myself that I can continue to paint again. Yay. All right, there we go. Really just want to get some of the brown established around the back of the pack. I will need a green for the bedroll. But now that that's had time to dry, I can give his wing webbing is another go. Another goo. Get some of my dark oxide brown and Caucasian skin once again. Just a little bit of water to thin it down. And away we go. Okay. Are your toys being evil and mean? Is that what's wrong today? Hmm? Is that what's wrong? The toys being evil and mean today? I promise they're not. Okay. I think I got his webbing squared away. This whip needs some help, though. I have too much water in my brush sometimes. I want to build in some texture to this hair whip. For that, I am probably going to need my magnifying glass. Wow. And we're going to need quite a bit of our oxide brown too. Waha. We shall make the whip stand out. Do I have to? No. Do I want to? Yes. Um, ba-da. Hmm. Yep, we're definitely gonna have to do that too. Say okay though. We knew it was going to be a super fun cutie guy, so I don't mind. He may take an adventure with me and go to the office. He'll be hanging out in my bag. Just a reminder that pretty things do exist in this world. Actually, I do need a bag charm. I need a bag charm. Or a badge or something to put on it again. Alright. I'm working on the browns right now. It's not super exciting stuff, but it's one of those that the more effort you put into it, sometimes the better the result. So many shades of brown. Well, I've got my magnifying glass out. I can darken up some of the shadow pieces of this bag. Make sure I get some of the bits that are going to be green later on. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I am definitely going to have to draw on some striations for this guy. And fix his eyes. Holy God, I didn't realize how bad they were until just now. Whoops. Dun. That's what I get for not using my magnifying glass all the time. Not really, but there we go. That's pretty looking right there. Ba-da-da-da. So I'm going to side for a little bit and return back to this guy. So I'm going to need to do some metallics and non-metallics on the belt. I'm going to share the same non-metallic palette with that guy over there eventually. But right now we're just going to keep focusing on different aspects. Got to deal with the browns because browns are fun. Mm-hmm. I hope everybody's Sunday was good. I did like my experiment that I did with the country pork ribs, or country style ribs, I guess you would say. Turned out pretty good. For a pulled pork, I'll have to. I have hankering for pulled pork. I'll check that. Follow that recipe. Alright, that might be too much white yellow. Yeah, I need to darken all that down again. Some kiwi brown. I went too high. Too high, too fast. But really, when you're glazing back over it, kind of helps it come in line. And she is returning to her perch. Yay! We are safe. Catra once again resumes her watch at the door, at the window. There we go. That actually doesn't look too bad. Sometimes I wonder about that. Whether I should or shouldn't glaze super hot, like go super high and then glaze my original color back over it. Sometimes I feel like that helps me get the best transitions when I want it and need it. Because he's got a nice little whippy, got a little belty, got a little belty on the front side. I need to figure out what color I'm going to do his eyes in. Need to figure out what I'm going to do with his eyes. Oh, but I need to stretch my back. because my ADHD requires me to try this really quick. 1 second, please. Please hold while I get to my Caucasian skin and my oxide brown. Or my dark oxide brown, I guess. I don't really know. Son of a biscuit, let's just throw everything. Throw everything on the table. It is fun that way. I saw another streamer that had a counter for every time he threw something on his stream. So, okay, magnifying glass, go that way, please. Thank you. I promise we are going to continue to work on the cuties. I mean, a dragon is a cutie, no matter what. They're all cute. But I can take him off with that though. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's not going to work the way I wanted it to work. You, sir, will not be done that way. We shall do you another way at a different time. I just looked over at the actual box art of it and I was like, oh, they did not, in fact, do it that way. Therefore, I shall not do it the same way. I was looking at the... So this dragon does not necessarily have a ribbed webbing between each piece. So it's all one uniform color across the entire red. So I'll probably be using red and Caucasian skin to highlight it up, but that is not here nor now. That shall be a different stream. I want some of my oxide brown though. And I want to draw in lines where I have things meeting. I need to figure how I want to tackle my black and white miniature too. Oh, stretch. Take a moment to stretch. It's always important. Oh. There we go. I don't know. Ba-da. Ba-da. Kind of feeling it. She's very interested in what's going on outside right now. All right, so I'm going to take some of my mixture of oxide brown and Caucasian skin, mix the two together again. And we're going to highlight up parts of his wing. I need to thin it down way more though. Yep. Thin your paint a little bit more, sir. hard hit the light just right on his wing. So you can see what I've actually done. Rinse the brush. Oh, stretch. Sometimes I tense myself up when I'm staring at stuff too hard. And I'm like, I must not make a mistake. And that's when you end up making the biggest mistakes of them all. Important to loosen up. I think I scared her off with my sneezing. Why am I going so hard on this one? I don't know. It's kind of making me happy a little bit, so it's a-okay. I'm gonna have to come up with a list of goals that I want to achieve this month. Because I've got too many bouncing around in my head. I know I'm gonna finish Cat on a couple more streams. I think excuse me. I think uh for my goals this month, I really want to do that Chibi Mini. And I really want to work on kind of the challenge that Grumpy Crane threw out at me. kind of keep just to a primary color palette on it and do I'll do the armors a standard color palette. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm pondering if I want to do him in gold. And I kind of like what Grumpy was suggesting. I'm kind of following just a standard color palette a little bit more on him than I normally would. Oh, they sculpted in his eyes. Hold on 1 second. Where's my yellow? Hey, Death Cafe. Sorry, I just realized that they sculpted in this guy's eyes. And of course I have to like highlight them now. So everybody can see how creepy it looks. I was letting my cutie dry off while I was pondering tackling him starting Monday. Doing a non-metallic metal for his chest plate and kind of in a gold tone. And instead of using like standard browns like that, do a mixture of colors. And I was looking at him and talking to myself and said, oh, hey, they sculpted in his eye pupils. Let me highlight those really quick so everybody could see. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But we'll get our little cutie guy back out. Good old non-metallic metal. You think you know how you're painting, and then you do something stupid and you go, well, fudge. No, but I posted something in Grumpy's Discord yesterday because I'd gotten her back bodice, and I was not happy on stream with how the non-metallic metal bits of this flower were going through. And Grumpy had tossed out a challenge to me. It's like, try just mixing your own color browns with red and green. And I'm like, you know, that sounds like a really fun way to tackle a miniature and learn how to better mix your own browns and get your ochres and stuff like that popping up. So I was thinking about limiting myself to a palette on that guy. She will be fixed with my normal recipe. Just because I ain't redoing all that. Yeah. Yeah. So I was pondering that, or working through some cell shading on a Borderlands minion. But you never know. You never know. It just depends on how the Mondays go. Just depends on how the Mondays go. Oh, a biscuit. You are too thin, sir. Too thin. You have 2 stages of paint. Correct and incorrect. Also, if you want to chat sometime about the stream together stuff we were doing on yesterday, you're more than welcome to drop questions. Or if you just wanted to do it via Discord calls, that works too. I know it's kind of hit or miss sometimes with audios and things like that. Lessons we learned. I will definitely share every one of them. because we all learn together, we all succeed together. One of the biggest things that we took away from that Stream Together platform is don't use the virtual cameras. Do not use them. Because they eat resources like crazy and they don't work all that well. Or the virtual camera eats like computer resources like crazy. Yeah. When it eats your resources, it. No, you're welcome. The frustrations of technology. We all want to say it works great, and then it doesn't, and then the next thing you know, we all hate it and never try it again. That was one thing. The other thing is, if you're streaming with other people, make sure they set up their auto mods to not be hyper aggressive. I know mine is, and it really throws people for a loop sometimes. You streaming on Mondays or Monday evening or afternoon? Afternoon. After Plune. I'll pop into your Discord and sign up if you want, Smizlayer. I'll figure out something to paint. Or if you have an STL ready, and it's okay to send it to an Etsy person, I'll get them to make a print. Yeah, April's fine for me. I had a Saturday, and I mixed up my months. I thought this month was Memorial Day, or Memorial Day was in this month. It is in 2 months. And I forget that April is in between. So I'm still a little hazy and foggy on that one. It's gonna take a couple of days for me to get it out of my head incorrectly. My brush, it has a bend to it. Whoops. There we go. All straight now. There we go. It is now straight. Whether it wants to be or not, unfortunately. Well, it could be not wanting to be straight because of how much I did to it yesterday. It had a rough it had a strict cleaning after stream. I need to always make sure I clean my brushes after each stream. I've been noticing they've been splaying a little bit when they dry out, which is okay. It's not like the end of the world. It's just stresses me out when I see it that way. Because sometimes I do not get the sharpest of points, and when you're trying to do freehand, it leads to what is known as a bad time. Yeah, so this is my Chimera 0 or Chimera 1 round, really. It's not my 0. It's not my sharpest brush, or it's not my smallest brush I own. I was doing a self-care thing one day and said, you know what I'm doing? I'm buying myself a brush. the normal place where I would go to buy brushes, apparently they sold to a different owner, and I said, nope, never mind. And I was already looking at something on Chimera's website, so I said, screw it, I'll pick them up. See what they're like. Don't be. That's why you wrecked so many synthetics. So you learned how to not wreck your real hair. I used shit. It's right here. I had that brush for 2 years. If I really wanted to, I could fix it. I just don't care to fix it. That was a Monuments number 3. I've got a 3 and a 4 that I picked up from another set because I wanted to replace them. I've been using this Chimera for October, November, December, January, February, 6 months now, and it's still in use. So I try to make sure I always rinse my brush out once a minute. And I don't use speed paints or washes with my real hair brushes. If I'm doing that, I'm going to get a crappy brush to abuse and metallics. That seems to help the life of my brushes live a little bit longer. Because speed paints or washes, yeah. Zombie Sashimi uses one of those and swears by it. However you feel happy using it, that's how you should always do it. No one can tell you the correct or wrong way to paint. Only you. You are the judge of your own journey. I was on Big Child's website when I picked up my Witch's Apprentice and saw that they had Da Vinci's, and I have never used one. They're still sitting in their blister pack right now. As long as I keep using, as long as you always clean your brush after every session. Oh, hold on. I have a tray for that. Those are the brushes that I use metallics and washes with. I keep them separate. I don't. Yeah, it's like, nope, this is not the brush to do that with. So I keep like a separate tray hanging around. I have one of the ReaperCon brush holders nearby as well. So if I want to do like really quick and dirty base coating, I'll use that big guy right there. And slap paint around really quick. Get it on there. If I'm using a well palette, I've got mixing brushes and other fine things. Let's brush out to me. Yeah. There was a guy, it was Vince Ventrella, that recommended every 30 seconds for rinsing your brush out, and it suggested setting a timer for yourself. So you would just have it going off. And you just kind of get in the rhythm of doing it. So you always remember. Yeah. Actually, for the longest time, one of my lamps, so I used to have a really old lamp that arched over my desk that had like the 3 LED lights on it. On one of them, I had a pool noodle, and I just cut slivers in it, and my brush just hung up that way and slid into the sliver of the pool noodle, resting off of one of my paint brushes. or hanging off of one of my arms. I still have the light. I just don't have the pull noodle anymore. Well, I don't have the pull noodle because I switched over to a cup where my brush is hanging upside down on it now. So I don't have to worry about it as much. That was one of the most enjoyable things that I did. Is for the longest time I used to be in the living room, and then due to life circumstances, I was able to reclaim one of my bedrooms and set it up however I would so desired. Um, and as I so desired, it is now my streaming office. So I have everything. Everything. All of my stuff is here. From airbrushers to unpainted figures to inspiration art and art to hang around. I have it all ready for me. The only thing that is stopping me is me. That and sometimes Catra, but that's okay. Ba-da-da-da. Yeah. Um, I had a living room. I had taken over, I guess what we would call the formal living room in my house. I went to IKEA one. Me and my former partner went to IKEA and bought some bookshelves and other things for her. I acquired, not her anymore, them. Oh, I acquired myself a 6 foot standing desk, 6 foot long, and it is comfortable. I cannot. Yep, yep. I would recommend IKEA ones. As odd as it sounds, I recommend the IKEA ones because the ones you can get off of Amazon are 3 pieces, and I don't like them. I mean, there was a running joke one time on the D&D communities about creating a never-ending dungeon called IKEA. So, I mean, you're not all wrong with the extra letters. I considered making it. I decided against it because one of the guys I was playing with was always angry about IKEA. But the moment he got, it's like if he ever had to go to IKEA, it would be like it always took a couple of days for him to get quite right again because he didn't like being trapped inside or mazed inside. So I decided against it. Ba-da-da. Um, I mean, there's a number of options out there. I bought We didn't want to go to IKEA, so I just bought two from um, Amazon, the Vivo standing ones. I don't like them. They're not as stable as the IKEA one, and they come in three pieces rather than one solid piece. So that's my primary gripe with them. That, and every so often you have to reset the stupid thing because the desk forgets that it's supposed to go up and down. There we go. No, the one from IKEA is a single switch. It goes up and down all day long, no issues. The one from Amazon, the Vivos or whatever they call them, it has like an automatic, it has like a memory setting, and the memory setting, you know, I set mine to go all the way up, and it's like, oh, you have to reset. I'm like, but all you do is go up and down. You don't do anything else. You just go up and you go down. That's all you do. Up and down. Up and down. It's like, nah, I don't want to remember that. It's like, okay, well, here's a reset. Oh, I go up and down. It's like, oh, yep, see? Do not test with me, technology. I will be your undoing. It was, I remember where it was from now. It was TAC with, they did the 40K in 40 minutes series. I can't remember the YouTube channel off the top of my head to save my life now. He's actually, they were doing a promotion or something, and he was the one that kind of recommended using a standing desk rather than a sitting desk all the time. Because if you were having trouble with your hobbies or hobby time, it was always nicer to stand rather than it was to sit, because we sit all day from work. Or when I go into the office, I sit all day. So when I get to do my hobby time, I get to stand. And I'm not like feeling lethargic about it. So that's yay. That's good times. But yeah. Whatever makes you happy, whatever keeps you all engaged, go for it. Thank you for the lurk, Layden. I hope you have fun and about. I've looked at the walking pads for working. I just haven't. For whatever reason, I haven't bought one yet. Not fully sure why. I just haven't. Um, they're they are nice, and I do like to walk. I think part of it is I wanted to redo my work office, not my streaming office. I just didn't acquire one. Might have my paint tooth on the end. Doom, 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 doom. Ba-da-da. There's parts of this song that make me think of something else sometimes. And that's A-okay. I just want to bring up the brown. I think his wings are looking just dandy for what I want. I'm going to call them good there. Or call them good. So really my questions become, what color do I want to make his eyes? And how much more do I want to put on his belt for the browns? I do need to get my non-metallic metal pieces out. And consider doing that. Oh, this guy? He's just a dungeon holder, dragon dice holder that I ran across when I was walking through a convention floor. Supposedly he sold them at Gen Con. I do need to do something more with his blue hat and his band and get some depth in him. Because his bone piece here looks good. His belt's got depth. This has got. I mean, mine prefers the brushes. She's not even hanging out near me right now. She's looking up downstairs to making sure that I'm not, that I'm safe. But I need to figure out what I want to do with his eyes, and then his teepers. I need to get some of them squared away as well. But he might have one more Sunday, because the blue is going to take a while. Let's take a moment and look at this guy. This little baby Kraken. He definitely did not lie on his resume. He definitely did not lie on his resume. Come here, Yellow. You're not going to be the right color for this just yet, but you'll be the start of where the window panes go. So we will get a little color going in there. Biscuit. Yeah. Thank you. Since I don't want to go all that hard on these guys, or I shouldn't be going all that hard on it. I could get my Reaper non-metallic set out, but I don't know if I want this lamp to be silver. I think I want it to be coppery. That's what I think. is what I think. If I want it to be coppery, I need my cherry wood. I kind of like the cherry wood. To be the base of my copper. This guy also definitely did not lie on his resume at all. 100%. The Call of Davy Jones. Or we could say it's the Call of Pervy Jones. No, Peruvian Jones. Because it could be a Peruvian blue. Oh, what is the stupid blue fur cat? Russian blue. Russian blue. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. Trying to think of the Russian blue cat. It's usually featured on the Shiba food containers. Something along those lines. Could have been that guy summoning up. Kraken with the long A. And accidentally summon this guy instead. As he comes rolling through the streets. Chasing after some fishmonger. I guess, I don't know. I do have all of those things to paint up still, but, you know. Kickstarter exclusive that's super pretty and fun. First. He's got his little wheelchair that he's running through town on. He's got a little bucket of water. Where are you at? Let's see. That's what I want. It's driving me crazy. The color that's on the palette, on the bucket. It's frustrating. I need to fix it. I must fix it. Okay, it's a little bit better now. White showing through. So I originally based it in white. I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It annoyed me and it was not fine. It, in fact, was the other way. How'd your skull turn out, just out of curiosity? With the raven on it, if I remember correctly? Or how's it turning out? I remember really weird things. the most amazingly weird things. Don't ask me how or why. Actually, no. Monday, I may not be able to catch your stream on Monday. Stupid. Ah, I remember you said you were going to start it today when you were doing your paint session with Dad, with your dad. Um, so for the longest time, I'm going to be honest with you. Hold on, one second. So I was starting to prime these guys today. They're from Bones 5 Dungeon Dwellers, or not Dungeon Dwellers, Adventures Beneath the Seas. I ran out of white in my airbrush and I got tired of dealing with it. So I said, screw it. We're just going to do this guy in pure black and color him up how I want to. I go back and forth between Zenithals and doing different colors and going back to black. This dragon is pure black as well. This little guy. Whoa, whoa. Calm down there, Pinky. And this guy, all black. I've tried to do other colors and like do Zenithals and like be fancy and try to use other primer colors. It all comes back the same. The only difference is that on the Borderlands figures, I tried to make sure that my Zenithal was proper, a little bit more proper, because it's used as kind of a guide to help with the cell shading. Excuse me. There's one right there. Oh, sorry. Links. Ah, yes. That's beautiful. I love it. Sorry. I have not Nightbot set up to be super aggressive. I see it. I still see it. I can still see it. I tried to make sure I do a Zenithal with him because of. Oh, yeah. I started her a year and a half ago. I painted her for about a month, put her down, picked her up, 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 put her down. Um, my other bust I started in October was Belmoth, and it took me until the end of January. And many dedicated long streams to fixing him and finishing him. Yeah, I understand the long way to go. It's hard. One of the things that I learned when I was starting to paint larger, one of the things that I connected together when painting the bust for me, I found it really easy, and I found it easier to work in sections along the bust rather than trying to do it all. So when I was working on this model here, essentially this piece here was one stream of 2 hours apiece. The purple bits were 2 hours apiece. All down here underneath was about 2 hours apiece. This was 2 hours apiece. Coming down this piece was 2 hours apiece. This back piece was 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. And it was just like, I just sectioned him off and did him in pieces and said, I am only going to look at this one thing today. His face was probably 4 hours and two different sessions. The bone pieces were many sessions as well. It was just, I found it a lot easier for myself. Because when I was painting him, I'd be like, oh, it's easy. You just knock it out really quick. And I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Take it slow. Take it easy. Because when you're working on like this little guy right here, you know, I got his water looking nice to where I want it. You can see his little spoon. I need to separate it out on this side though. But it was a learning experience. Last night for this model, this bonnet piece was about 2 hours in its own right, and then the freehanding around here was another 2 hours in its own right as well. To get my shark tooth in there. Which, no, to each their own, and however you want to paint, however you want to paint. But allow yourself the time to do it the way you want to do it. Don't ever be afraid of it. Come on. Come here. Oxide brown and sunray. Make me a muted brown. Forever a muted brown. Please and thank you. Yay. I have a rope cage around his dangling balls. I don't know what to call them, and I don't know what's in them. I don't know why he has them either. Someone's like, you know what this guy needs? Dangling balls from his wheelchair mobile bath station. We're just gonna put bath bombs. That's what they are. That's what they now are officially. He's rolling around town with bath bombs. There we go. It's canon. From now till the end of days. Mobile bath bombs. Kraken for hire. Mobile bath bombs and a fish cutter. Oh, I need to fix that base coat. A little patchy on that side. It's okay. It's okay. Oh wow, I need to fix underneath because I let that red get way too high. Whoops. Maybe I am gonna get my cherry wood out here in a second. Just kind of want to introduce a little bit of a brown line around it. I was waiting for stuff to dry. Take some more brown. My oxide brown, that is. And my sun red. And if Grumpy Crane's poking it out, I am trying to be using signal single pigments tonight. Or a little bit, anyway, with the oxide brown. Banana. Banana. Violet out. Pretty purple one. We won't be getting our cherry wood out tonight. We'll be doing that another night. Oh, sure. No, 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 no. Down, 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 down. Thank you. I do tell her now. can call me a monster all you want. Oh, oh yeah. We're going to try both purple and violet and see where we end up at. I know you're pouting over there, but I promise it's for your best. All right? I don't have that much longer to go tonight. You're more than welcome to be relaxed. Yes, I will proudly display her. No, 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 no. Excuse you, little miss. Little miss. Little miss. Little miss. Okay. Okay. No. 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 That is my brush. All right. I need a few moments to give her some attention, apparently. Yeah. Who's pretty kitty? Are you a pretty kitty? Yes, you are. We will have our treats and we will play later. Oh. There we go. Sorry. Catus interruptus was successful. I have a biscuit. Dang you, gravity. You cruel and fickle mistress. I said, dang you. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da. I went straight to purple. It's hard to see. I need to get that stupid rope squared away. Because the rope isn't part of why it's reading still red. I did not do a super good job on the rope. And I did not get down where it's connecting to his bath bomb. No, 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 miss. Little miss. Little miss. No, 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 no. Down. Please. Thank you. Thank you. I understand that you want attention. However, right now is not attention time. Now is me being hyper-focused. There we go. Now that I cleaned up that rope a little bit, it looks a little bit better. Is it perfect? Nope. Is it perfect right now? Nope. Does it have to be perfect right now? Nope. That one I think is terribly sculpted and it's going to be a problem no matter what I do. Huzzah! What's up? Apparently, she's interested in the area that I do not let her go, which is normal. Because cats. Apparently, I missed that part of the sculpt is broken through there. Oh well. Oh well. He's A-okay. Yes. I like the purple balls. The purple bath bombs. They are going to be nice. I will fix this. That ball here. That bomb. He is either going to come and eat your soul, or he's going to make sure you've taken a bath. One of the two. Now that would be a funny story for a kid's session of D&D. Hmm. Um, I don't need violet. I can go keep it up. I'm going to stick to my purple and sunray. That might be I might have to make a slight modification to the deal. I know that I'm altering it, but out of the Chimera range, Sunray has quickly somehow become one of my favorite colors to use as a highlighting color. Because it does not appear to impact or interfere with shades. But to be fair and true to the challenge, black, blue, green, red, and white is what I shall use to mix up the colors that I want. But I need a yellow no matter what I do. I feel like when I do something like that, a yellow is very important in that range to help create the visual interest of contrast. But yeah, we will not be working on him tomorrow night. I know that for sure. He's going to get green eyes. I can already tell. The color theory requires it. That's not the color I wanted. That is not the color I wanted. I wanted kiwi brown. Need to get his bat bomb netting just right. One more bat bomb. I need to fix that one red spot in there. I need to fix that one red spot in there. It's going to bother me if it's not correct. Waha. This might get a brown wash. Eventually. We shall see. I feel like we've made amazing progress tonight. I have. Next Sunday, we'll do the non-metallic bits on his belt buckle. And we'll probably paint his base rim up. I'll probably put a little grass tuff on him too. We'll probably do like a brownie mud with some grass tufts and just do it that way. Because I'll use the ground brown in the belt buckle a little bit. And we'll bring him back out too. We'll need to do some work to separate the lines there. I need some green for the eyes for both of these, the bedroll, his eyes. I want to get this to be a little coppery brown, so I'll need some green and cherry wood for it. His base will need some ground brown as well and a little black rim. And then I will need to do the non-metallic metal bits on his wheels and cleavers. I have not finished those yet or started them yet. I just roughly sketched them in, and I'm not happy with how they look, so I need to make them the way that I want them. So I feel happy. You say it. Okay. You said it before. Whatever. Who's currently streaming? Look at the Discord. Nobody is streaming from Grumpy's channel. And it is just the three of us, and I don't know if I want to go knock on somebody. Because I don't know what they're about. And I don't want to dump you in places where it may be unfriendly. I have to find an evening person to dump people into. It would be nice to rate it forward. But I do not see anybody that immediately jumps out that, hey, I see myself all the way at the bottom. But we are doing well. So, with that, I will say goodnight. I will let you go about your night, and we will pick up again on Monday night. For those that missed the rambles during the beginning, I may work on this chibi figure and do some non-metallic metal bits on him and kind of take up a challenge that someone tossed down to me. I may work on some cell shading for Borderlands figures and see if that's something that I want to do there. I may start a black and white figure. I don't know. There are choices. I might roll a dice tomorrow and see what happens. Because we have this little guy that we could do as a red dragon and just have like a simple red knight. So I'll make a dice roll and see what happens. You need to come over here, Spicy Breath. So, with that, everybody stay good. Have a great Monday. And remember, everybody loves you. And it's going to be A-okay. Have a great night. Peace out and be safe.